All right, let's get into it. Today, we are going to talk about unlocking one of the biggest opportunities for your business, and that's turning that mountain of data you already have into your most powerful strategic asset. How? With a little help from an AI copilot. So let's dive in.
Does this look a little too familiar? You're drowning in spreadsheets. You've got sales data from Shopify over here, ad spend from Meta over there, customer metrics coming from everywhere, and you're spending hours every single week just trying to piece it all together. It's this constant manual nightmare just to figure out what happened yesterday, let alone plan for tomorrow.
But what if you could just change all that? Imagine having an assistant, right? An AI copilot that doesn't just hold your data, but actually understands it. Something that can connect the dots, find the hidden insights, and tell you the story buried inside all those numbers in an instant.
And this is really the massive shift we're talking about. You've got the old way, just a tangled mess of manual tasks, hours of work, and a whole lot of guesswork. And then you have the new way, AI automation, that delivers instant insights, freeing you up to actually focus on strategy. It's a complete game changer. Now, this isn't just some far-off theory. To show you what's possible, like right now, we're going to look at 4 really powerful AI tools. And these are real-world examples put together by the team over at ScaleStack AI. Let's see them in action.
Okay, first up, let's automate the basics. For any direct-to-consumer brand, a huge repetitive task is merging your ad spend with your sales data. Well, a tool like Julius AI is built to do exactly that kind of thing for you.
And check out how simple this can be. You just feed the AI your raw data. In this case, it's just dates, Shopify sales, and Meta ad spend. You give it a simple prompt, and it does all the heavy lifting of merging, calculating, and even visualizing it for you. As ScaleStack AI CEO Kristen Kazan says, this one workflow replaces hours of manual work in Excel. It's all about getting your time back by automating those repetitive tasks, even if you're not some kind of tech wizard. So once your numbers are automated, what's next? Well, you've got to communicate what they mean. And that's where a tool we all know, ChatGPT, can really shine by helping you draft professional stuff like investor updates. So instead of just sending raw numbers, you can give it your key metrics, your return on ad spend, your ROAS, and your customer acquisition cost, your CAC. And the AI just weaves them into this professional, coherent summary. But this brings us to a super important point from Joe Marino at ScaleStack. The quality of what you get out of the AI depends completely on the quality of what you put in. Specific data is the only way to avoid those vague, generic results that don't really help anyone. Now, taking that a step further, you've got Google's Gemini. This isn't just about summarizing data. It's about turning those raw numbers into a compelling story, the kind of strategic narrative that gets investors really excited for your next funding round. So, for example, you can feed it your monthly revenue and your customer acquisition costs, and Gemini can spit out a founder's performance summary. It explains the story behind the numbers, like how your unit economics are getting better over time. And the benefit here, as Valeria Salvador points out, is a 2-for-1. You save yourself tons of hours writing, and you do a much better job positioning your brand for those critical funding rounds. It's all about working smarter. And finally, for some deep analysis, a tool like Claude AI can act as a true analytical copilot. This is what you use when you need to go beyond just reporting and really figure out what your complex business metrics are trying to tell you. And here's the key takeaway from Gabriella Bose. Tools like Claude let you skip the nightmare of complex spreadsheet management. Your focus totally shifts away from wrestling with VLOOKUPs and pivot tables and towards actually using your data to make big strategic decisions. Okay, automating reports, drafting updates, building narratives. It all sounds incredible, right? But there's a catch. What's the one thing that every single one of these powerful tools absolutely needs to even function? It's this. The magic ingredient is properly structured data. You could have the most advanced AI on the planet, but if your data is a disorganized mess, the AI is useless. It all starts with a clean, organized foundation. And honestly, this is the most important part of what we're talking about today. Unlocking the power of AI isn't about becoming a machine learning expert. It's about learning how to structure your data in a way these tools can actually understand. We're talking about making your data AI ready. And what that means is taking your core metrics, your revenue, your cost of goods sold, your customer acquisition cost, and your lifetime value, and just organizing them into a clean, consistent format that an AI can read and analyze instantly. And look, there's a clear 4-step path to get there, which is exactly what the pros at ScaleStack AI teach. First, you consolidate all your revenue into one place. Step 2, you clearly define your cost of goods sold. Then, you isolate every single dollar you spend on getting customers. And finally, you calculate the true lifetime value of those customers. Each step builds on the last, and that's what creates the solid foundation that AI needs.
Now, I know this might sound complicated, but it really doesn't have to be. To help you master this essential skill, the team at ScaleStack AI is offering a free monthly webinar that walks you through this exact process, step by step.
So why should you go? Well, how about to save dozens of hours every single month? To start making smarter, actually data-driven decisions? To finally turn that raw data from a headache into your greatest strategic asset? And unlock the full power of all the tools we just looked at?
So I'll just leave you with this question. Right now, is your data working for you? Is it telling the story you actually need to hear to grow your business? If the answer is no, or maybe you're not even sure, then learning how to structure it properly, well, that's your most important next step.